Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times on Wednesday, December the 21st. News from Arkansas includes steps by the state to seriously begin the process of getting ready to sell marijuana for medical use in Arkansas. The commission appointed to oversee a big part of that process met yesterday. It decided to certify 5 centers to cultivate marijuana in the state. We're a long way from deciding who will operate those centers, and there are many more questions than there are answers about such things as cultivation processes and certification of the quality of the drug and that sort of thing. But the process has begun, and attorneys said that they had to move quickly under the terms of the amendment, have rules ready by March to begin the process to make it available to sick people in Arkansas. Yesterday I mentioned that Governor Asa Hutchinson had said he thinks the existing system of allowing weapons on college campuses in Arkansas, that is only by a vote of the college boards of trustees, and none of them have yet chosen to do it, is a workable system and is the one he favors. That's drawn wide praise yesterday and today from people in the university communities in Arkansas who overwhelmingly favor keeping concealed carry weapons off of campus and see them more as a danger than as a help to safety. It remains to be seen if he can win over the legislature on this. There's broad support in the legislature to have more guns in more public places. As we've said, if we should have more guns in more public places, we probably ought to begin with the state capitol if the legislature really believes so strongly in the value of guns as safety devices. Interesting news in the Washington Post today. Jennifer Rubin, who's a widely respected and very conservative columnist, ripped Tom Cotton, the senator from Arkansas, for being an apple polisher of Donald Trump, particularly in being overwhelmingly favorable about his many cabinet picks. Rubin was moved to comment today by Cotton's very warm remarks about the man that Trump has nominated to be Secretary of State, the head of Exxon, somebody who's a proven friend of Vladimir Putin. Jennifer Rubin is somebody who's not so trusting of Vladimir Putin's good intentions toward the United States. She thinks Tom Cotton has been very disappointing by cozying up to a pal of Vladimir Putin. I think that's something we can agree on for once. The final count in the election for president is in, by the way, and it shows that Hillary Clinton beat Donald Trump by almost 2.9 million votes. Let's round it off to an even 3 million. The conservative talking point is, well, Trump would have won if you don't count New York and California. Well, sure, why count the 2 biggest states in the country? They don't amount to anything. One of them happens to be Donald Trump's home state, and he was thumped handily there. The people who know him best liked him least, it would appear. In the South, we felt differently about it, as you know. Speaking of the presidential election news, yesterday they released the warrant by which the FBI began another look at email that perhaps Hillary Clinton might have made some improper transfers of classified material. We now know that there was no probable cause to issue that warrant. The warrant should not have been issued. Most lawyers agree. Nonetheless, it prompted the head of the FBI, James Comey, to say that this material was being sought. It dropped a bombshell in the final days of the presidential election. It undoubtedly had at least some effect on the outcome. All this is just spilled milk at this point, but it's still kind of interesting. I'd urge you to take a look at the Arkansas Times this week. I've written a commentary on information I've learned about the Little Rock Regional Chamber of Commerce lobbying behind the scenes to win support for people who get behind Michael Poor's plan to extend the property construction millage property tax in Little Rock to pay for new school construction. There's a real problem with this. It'll add $250 million in new taxes, not a higher tax rate, but an extension of existing taxes over 14 years for Little Rock taxpayers. But it's for a school district that doesn't have Democratic control. And we have no idea if the state of Arkansas is going to move ahead with a plan by which private school, charter school management companies might take over Operation Little Rock schools that taxpayers are building. I don't want to do it. I don't think anybody else should either. We should have some ironclad promises from the state before we give our tax dollars to charter school operators in the city of Little Rock. They've already done terrible damage to Little Rock School District, and they promise to do more unless they're stopped. You know, this is the Christmas season. It's a time of good cheer, but there's a lot of bad cheer out there, it seems like. A Springdale couple was arrested for stabbing a pet dog. Terrible news. A piece of video has gone viral from a Louisville shopping center where one shopper crudely and obscenely accosted Latin shoppers for something that she found objectionable, mainly that they spoke a foreign language while they were waiting in line to make their purchases. And then we have the incredible example of Bruce Westerman and Tom Cotton, who are insisting that the Department of Health and Human Services not provide a shelter for abandoned refugee children at a small Job Corps center in rural Garland County. They think 30 or 40 children of minor age without parents and without guardians somehow are a danger to the people of Arkansas. They've forgotten an important quote in the Bible that is a book they often like to pound that says, I was a stranger and you took me in. Not in Arkansas, not for Tom Cotton, not for Bruce Westerman. That's not a very happy note at Christmas, but I think it's worth noting about the quality of our leadership. I hope we're better people. I hope we'll do more for children. I hope you will too. I'm Max Brantley. I'll be back tomorrow.